The Legend of Jigong Chapter 8.
We're looking at Chapter 8 of the Jigong Quan Zhuan. That's the complete biography of Jigong.
It's a spectacular chapter. I mean, it is just a masterclass in narrative misdirection.
How so?
Well, you think you're reading this slapstick comedy about a penniless Taoist priest.
Right.
And then all of a sudden you realize you're actually watching a grand spiritual chess game, one that involves a vanishing magical artifact and, immense social stakes.
These two plots as they start to converge.
Exactly.
So first, we'll analyze how the legendary and wildly unpredictable crazy monk Jigong attempts to help a desperate Taoist named Taizhen achieve instant wealth.
And then we'll see how that ridiculous mission perfectly sets the stage for the crisis of a wealthy scholar who has misplaced a powerful and, importantly, illegally acquired talisman.
This is really the ultimate story of trying to shortcut spiritual growth for financial gain.
And the price, both personal and financial, that comes with trying to cheat a monk like Jigong.
Okay, let's jump right in.
Yeah.
Jigong has just left a wine shop, which is, usually where the trouble starts for him.
Right, but this time it's different. He senses something more serious, a real magical event unfolding.
What does he sense?
The source says he perceives something very specific, a burst of resentment soaring to the heavens. So this isn't a casual day. He follows this powerful, dark energy, and it leads him directly to the Sanking Temple.
The Three Purity Temple.
The Three Purity Temple, where Taizhen lives. The atmosphere is just charged with crisis from the get-go.
And Taizhen himself is already in a state of utter humiliation even before the monk shows up.
Oh, he's completely defeated. The sources tell us he'd recently failed spectacularly at the Zhu family residence. He'd pawned his few remaining items just to get by.
And his first reaction is to hide.
Exactly. He has his young disciple take down his official demon-catching sign and, put out the story that he was away gathering herbs.
But Jigong knows better.
He knows the exact lie. He claps on the temple door, and when the little Taoist boy gives him the scripted line, Jigong just shouts back.
What does he say?
He says, "Go tell the old Taoist who is reading a book inside that I, the old man, am here and he will see me."
Wow. So he shatters Lu's last vestige of dignity.
Completely. Lu rushes out, he bows, he knows the monk has him pegged. And he's so desperate he doesn't even try to save face, he just immediately begs Jigong for advice.
On the most basic problem, how to eat.
How to secure enough food and money just to survive.
And this is where Jigong offers the ultimate bait, the transportation method, the banyan fa.
Oh, absolutely. If you're destitute, this is the magical equivalent of winning the lottery.
What do you promise?
He pitches it as instant materialization. Lu would gain the ability to conjure gold, silver, fine clothes, you name it, just by thinking about it or chanting a spell.
Effortless, absolute wealth.
Total. And Lu, whose entire world right now is defined by his lack of money, he just jumps at it. He declares, "I will only learn this one thing. I will learn nothing else."
He sees the reward, not the cost.
Which is exactly why Jigong sets the price so astronomically high.
Okay, so what is the price?
To learn the Banyan Fa, Lu has to recognize Jigong as his master, which is a huge spiritual shift for a Taoist priest.
Of course.
And he has to perform 1,000 ritual kowtows every single day for 49 days.
That's nearly 7 weeks of continuous, exhausting ritual. And let's break that down, because it's not just 1,000 simple bows, is it?
No, it's designed to be spiritually confusing and physically grueling. The ritual is this. Lu must kneel and chant Nian Wuliang Fo, which is infinite life Buddha.
Right.
Then he does the kowtow, stands up, and then chants Nian Amituo Fo Amitabha Buddha.
Wait a minute. He's a Taoist priest.
Yeah.
And Jigong is forcing him to recognize two very Buddhist concepts in every single one of his 49,000 bows.
That's the core of the humiliation. It's the spiritual debt. It's not just exercise. It's Jigong forcing this massive internal purification.
And he's using the promise of wealth as the bait.
Exactly. Lu agrees to fundamentally compromise his entire spiritual identity just for a shot at instant gold.
And the accountability system Jigong sets up is wonderfully physical. The bean ledger.
Yeah, Jigong ensures there's no wiggle room. He sets up 2 baskets, one yellow, one red, with 1,000 yellow beans. You finish the whole ritual, one complete bow.
And only then do you move one bean from the yellow to-do basket to the red completed basket.
It's an immediate physical measurement of his effort. You can't argue with it.
But the real kick in the teeth has to be the logistics of the training. Lu is broke, but he's the one who has to fund Jigong's lifestyle for the whole 49 days.
He is paying a premium for a course that, as we're about to find out, doesn't even exist. Lu has to supply everything. Wine, meat, plus early and evening dim sum and 3 full meals a day.
And he agrees. He's completely intoxicated by the idea of this magic.
Totally. So with whatever money he has left, the training starts. And Lu Taizhen, exhausted and sore, decides almost immediately that he can speed things up.
The fraud starts pretty fast then.
Very fast. He's sore after just a few dozen bows. By the time he hits 200, he looks over and sees Jigong with his eyes closed, pretending to doze off.
The classic monk move.
And Lu's desperation just overrides his common sense. He tries to cheat the bean ledger.
So what did he do?
He thinks he's being sneaky. He scoops up a handful of beans and secretly drops them into the red basket, the second those beans hit the bottom.
Jigong's eyes snap open.
You got it. And he shouts, "Good thing! Practicing magic and stealing privately. Restart."
It's not just a physical test, it's a moral one. And Lu fails instantly.
Instantly, and the penalty is just brutal. He doesn't just restart. Jigong penalizes him. He confiscates 300 extra beans as a fine.
So he's now 300 bows deeper in debt than when he started. That's a beautifully cruel lesson.
It is. It's an instant, inescapable consequence.
And the financial ruin that follows is, well, it's drawn out step by step in the sources.
Over the next 5 or 6 days, all of Lu's cash is gone, spent entirely on keeping Jigong fed and drunk.
And then the next dominoes to fall are his religious symbols.
He pawns his most important, valuable Taoist vestments, his Taoist robe, the beiding, which is his ceremonial headpiece, and the jingwan, the golden hairpin he uses.
For a priest, pawning those 3 specific items is the ultimate act of self-stripping.
It is. He's not just selling goods, he's selling his religious identity.
Yeah.
He is left structurally bankrupt and spiritually compromised.
And they eat that money too.
Of course. The timeline then jumps ahead to 1 month and 6 days, so 36 days in, and they are destitute. Again.
This has to be the absolute lowest point. He starts selling the temple furniture.
He resorts to selling the tables and benches right out of the main hall of the Sanking Temple, the last physical assets he has.
And the final, darkly comical result of this whole hustle.
Lu Taizhen is left with only a single pair of pants, and his 4 disciples are described as being completely naked. The shame is just absolute.
So having hit rock bottom, Lu finally cracks and begs Jigong to deliver on the promise.
He says, "I'm ruined. Just give me the transportation method so I can feed us."
And this is the conversational high point.
Oh, it is. Jigong, sitting there drinking the last of the wine Lu bought for him, delivers the ultimate punchline. He says calmly, "If I knew the transportation method, why would I ask you to buy wine for me?"
He never had the skill. Lu bankrupted himself for a phantom lesson. I mean, the sheer magnificent cruelty of that reveal is incredible.
Lu is distraught. He's talking about suicide. But Jigong just pivots again, saying, "I'll teach you a simpler skill then, one you can learn right now."
And this is the infamous brick trick.
Yes. Jigong gives him a much simpler mantra, Om Mani Padme Hum, a famous Buddhist mantra. When Lu starts chanting it, Jigong secretly points at the ground behind him.
And a brick flies up and hits him on the head.
Exactly. A small brick gives him a painful bump. That, Jigong declares, is Lu's new ability.
So his only magical power is being vulnerable to flying bricks. And the counterspell is just another dose of humility.
To stop the brick, Jigong makes him treat the inanimate object as a superior. He has to say, "Brick, you are above. This old Taoist pays respect. I won't chant the spell. Don't you fly up."
Having stripped him of everything, Jigong is ready for the next act. The stage shifts.
Right. Jigong has orchestrated the perfect, publicly humiliated messenger. He gives Lu his own broken monk's robe and hat,
Forcing the Taoist to wear the clothes of the Buddhist rival who just destroyed him.
and sends him to a very specific, very public location, the Lengquan Pavilion on Sioux Causeway by Westlake.
And the chant is the key. He has to stand there, in rags, and shout a cryptic message 3 times.
A very precise coded signal. Li Guayan, no need to go to Lingyan near Westlake to find Jidian. 10 taels of silver delivered to me, and 360 cash are carried at the waist.
The sources emphasize his shame. I mean, people recognize him and just assume he's been ruined by gambling or gone mad.
He's performing as a public, magical billboard. And while he's doing that, we have to introduce the target of that message, Li Guayan.
Li Guan is a wealthy scholar, a Wensheng Shikai. His tragedy is that his wife, Lin Shi, has suddenly developed this madness that no doctors can cure.
And his desperation is exploited by his friend Li Qinshan, who works for the powerful Du family. He suggests a radical and extremely risky solution.
Spiritual theft.
Yes, the theft of the Five Thunders 8 trigrams Celestial Master Talisman. Chun Shan offers to steal it from the Du family, and the sources make it clear. This is their ancestral treasure for guarding the residence, the Zhen Zai Jibao.
Let's just pause on that phrase, Zhen Zai Jibao. It's not just a fancy antique. It's the magical foundation of their entire home and lineage.
Stealing it is a violation of the highest order. It's a spiritual, social, and potentially a political crime.
And the friend stresses the risk.
He does. He emphasizes it can only be used for 2 shichen, so just 4 hours, and must be returned immediately. But Li Guiyan agrees. He's blinded by the hope of curing his wife.
So the scholar has this incredibly powerful, priceless, and illegally obtained treasure. And what does he do next? The most carelessly human thing possible.
He gets hungry. He takes the Zhen Zai Zibao to a wine shop for breakfast, completely forgetting he needs to guard this thing with his life.
He's distracted by social obligations.
Right. The sources note, high friends are seated. Other high-status guests arrive, and he feels he has to stand up, turn his back, and greet them. He leaves the priceless stolen artifact unguarded for maybe 30 seconds.
And when he returns,
the Nanmu box is there, but the Five Thunders 8 trigrams Celestial Master Talisman itself is gone.
just vanished.
Vanished without a trace. The scholar is terrified. He's violated a trust, implicated his friend, and now lost the Du family's magical shield.
So he and his companion are walking down the road, reeling from this catastrophe, and they hear that loud, repetitive, coded chant.
The two plots converge immediately and perfectly. They hear this ragged Taoist in Jigong's broken robe shouting the scholar's name and a message about a specific amount of silver.
And the companion, interestingly, misdirects the blame. He recognizes the outfit, not the man.
He does. He accuses Lu, "You old Taoist harmed Jigong, you are wearing his clothes." But Li Guiyan hears his own name. He hears the details.
And this whole setup reveals Jigong's true method. He engineered Lu's ruin just to have the perfect messenger in the perfect place at the perfect time.
He didn't need the Banyan Fa to conjure gold. He needed Lu Taizhen to conjure a perfect, stationary distraction.
The irony for Lu is just intense. He wanted magic to conjure money, but he ends up performing this humiliating public ritual to get a tiny fixed amount from a panicking stranger.